Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. This is Bricking It Lego. My name's Chris.
My name's Samuel.
And we're going to be looking at Lego across the generations. So we're going to be reviewing some new sets.
And small sets.
And looking at some of our favourites that we've had. I've been playing with Lego since I was a kid, so around about 100 years ago. And Samuel's been playing with Lego
since I was 3, pretty much.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel. This is Bricking It Lego. My name's Chris.
My name's Samuel.
And we're going to be looking at Lego from today, but also from the past. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel, Bricking It Lego. My name's Chris.
My name's Samuel.
And we're going to be looking at Lego across the generations. We're going to be looking at some new sets.
And small sets.
And looking at some of our favourites that we've had across the years. I've been playing with Lego since I was a kid, which was a very long time ago.
I've been playing since I was 3, but that was with Duplo.
And we're going to look at some of the new sets that have come out today, because this is Star Wars week, and we've got a really good Star Wars set to look at, the Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing, which is available now on the Lego store. So check it out.
Since May the 4th.
So on this channel, we're going to review some Lego sets that we've had from the past, but also some new sets. We're going to do unboxing and building sessions, where we're going to look at the Lego set as we build it. On a per bag basis, and look at the overall set being reviewed by someone of my age, of an older generation, but also
someone of my age.
So this week is Star Wars week, and we've had the May the 4th event on the Lego store where the new Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing has been released. Obviously you can see we've got one here. We've also got the free gifts that they gave for purchases over a certain amount, so we're going to have a look at those in other videos, check them out. So today we're going to unbox this thing, this nice new X-Wing Starfighter from 2023. Obviously it's not the first Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing that they've done, but it is the only one we've got. We've never been... So today we're going to be looking at the X-Wing Starfighter in the Ultimate Collector Series from 2023. This is the first X-Wing that we've bought. We do have an A-Wing in the Ultimate Collector Series, but it's the only other Ultimate Collector Series that we've got.
So now we will be reviewing the set. So it is the X-Wing Ultimate Collector Series 2023. There has been a 2013 one, and there's also been in the 2000s. There was its first one was then. So let's get to unboxing this thing.
Okay, so first let's have a look at the box. So it's got a great picture of the X-Wing in all its glory with the S-foils in attack position. You can see that it's quite a big box. It's a very large set. There are 1949 pieces. This is set number 75355. It says for 18 plus. Now, I know as a parent, I cannot keep this kid away from anything. So he and I generally will build these things together, with me sorting out the pieces and him getting to building it. But today I'm not going to let him have all the fun, because obviously this is a great part of Lego. You know, you can play together. So we've already opened the edge of the box just to make it simpler. So let's have a look at how it comes. So obviously we've got many boxes. We have some instructions, so they've come inside a sealed envelope, so that's really good for protecting them. So how many bags do we have?
So there will probably be around 13 to 15 bags in the shop. Like the Hogwarts Castle, I did not do it by my own. When I actually built it, I did not. Yet sometimes you can.
So the first thing we found in the box is the label with all the details of the ship that we're building. So this is a bit different to the other ones we've got. So we've got some labels here for the R2-D2. That was a stick-on unit, I think.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was a sticker. So this one is actually printed directly on the board, which is nicer, because to be honest, I hate stickers. It always frustrates me when I get the stickers slightly wrong, and then when they start to fade or start to loosen up. So it's great that this is a printed one, to be fair. So yeah, this is the T65 X-Wing Starfighter.
And it also gives some information on the sheet as well, for if you want to know any facts. So it's also got the regular Star Wars bit on the back. It's got some in the corner. It's also got it looks like a booklet available. So I've got an online barcode, so you can go onto the website, and then you can actually see the instructions online. It looks like you can right here in the corner. So it's actually quite a nice artwork on there. So firstly, I think you would count your bags and put them in order. For the first 6 of them you would do that, but then you would leave the rest in the box so it doesn't take your whole dining room up, or table that you're doing it on, or wherever you're doing it. So we're doing it on the desk, so you get to start counting it, find the biggest one, so then when you're ready you can unbox number 1 and then you can start from there.
So in this set we've got 20 bags. There are 10 large bags and 10 small bags. So some of them have the white strip, which is the large bags, and some of them do not. So these are for the small part. So looking at the Lego instructions, you can see that we have some really great artwork inside the instructions, which isn't always the case. There's normally some good pictures, but this even has some stuff from the film. So you can see some of the model work as well that was done, and some of the filming work that was done in creating the Star Wars films. So that's really nice to see. A lot of attention to detail. You can see Red 5 flying through there. There's even a page on Meet the Model Designers for the guys that actually made this model. So these are the 2 guys that mainly contributed to this design. So that's great to see. You don't always get to know much about them. Obviously, you know, it's interesting to know the people that have designed this model, because obviously, you know, they are creating the toys that generations of us will want to play with in the future, and collectors will want to collect. So that's really good. Okay, so now we're going to start looking at building this set. So we're going to start with, obviously at the very beginning, bag number 1. So we'll start building and see you on the other side. Hi guys, okay, so we finished bag 1, both bag 1s. There's also another little bag inside with your connectors and stuff like that. You can see that we've already got a lot of the structure of the front of the X-Wing. So what have we got here, Samuel?
So we've basically, over here is the pilot seat. Right here there is the pilot seat with the aiming bit. Then there's R2-D2 seat in the back. Then there's the long narrow top there is right here. That might be continued a bit.
Yep, so we can see it's quite strong. It's quite stable. It's got parts to join it together to hold it tight. Yeah, so it looks quite strong. Looks like quite a neat build. So the overall size is good. I mean, it's going to probably be more like this by the time it's finished. So it's quite a large set. The wife's not going to be happy with where I store it, but you know, this is part of collecting Lego, really.
So now that you've built that, you've got the main frame of the X. Yeah, so if you see it from that angle, you can see there's an X. So now, once you're at this point, you can turn this bit, and it can close it, and then you can also open it by turning it around as well.
So that puts the X foils in attack position, or closed for flight to light speed. So you can see most of the structures there now. So this is only 2 bags in, and you've got most of the body and the start of some of the movement. And this is done using elastic bands. So if you're not used to them, then they come in these little packets. There are not that many sets that come with elastic bands, but they help to keep the pieces tight. They pull them together. So yeah, so we'll carry on with bag 3 now. So there's around 470 instructions, I think, in this bag, in this book. So we're currently on 113. So we are 114. So we are around about a quarter of the way through the instructions, but only a fifth of the way through the bag. So there's a lot of work to do. See you soon.
So other Lego sets like the Lego Boost and some of the Meccano, the lava thing sets.
Lego City Volcano.
Yep. Sets also have elastic bands like the Digger, and the Lego Boost for its hands, it has a claw bit which you can open.
That's right. We'll show that in another video.
We can show that one in another video. It's in my wardrobe. So now that we've built it, once you've built the third bag bit, you can see that now you've got a whiter outer shell of the X-wing, and you've also got the bottom of under here. You have,
and you've also got the hyperdrive unit at the back, or at least the centre of the fuselage. So yeah, it's starting to come together. Looks a lot more like a ship.
Now it's quite long, but it probably can break quite easily at the back because it's not got that much security.
So the panels are a bit fiddly to hook on. They use those angled clip brackets. So they can come off a little bit, but
these brackets it uses. But
they're okay. You know, they are a bit flimsy. They might take a little bit of pushing to get going, but yeah, going well. So now we're on to bag 4, which we'll be putting together the cockpit from the looks of things. I'll cut that bit off, shall I?
So now that we've built it, once you've built the third bag bit, you can see that now you've got a whiter outer shell of the X-wing, and you've also got the bottom of under here. You have,
and you've also got the hyperdrive unit at the back, or at least the centre of the fuselage. So yeah, it's starting to come together. Looks a lot more like a ship.
Now it's quite long, but it probably can break quite easily at the back because it's not got that much security.
So the panels are a bit fiddly to hook on. They use those angled clip brackets. So they can come off a little bit, but
these brackets it uses.
But they're okay. You know, they are a bit flimsy. They might take a little bit of pushing to get going, but yeah, going well. So now we're on to bag 4, which we'll be putting together the cockpit from the looks of things. I'll cut that bit off, shall I? we've now finished bag number 4. So the set has its sides on the fuselage of the X-Wing. You can see it's got a cockpit on, it's got a nose, and it's starting to look really good. It's starting to take shape. So I guess a lot of our time will be spent building the wings now.
So now probably the next 2 bags, there'll probably be 2 more bags for it to be based on the wings.
Yeah, probably more, probably most of them now. One will be a stand, I guess, and the rest will be...
Because the tip, it's got these see-through bits that connect over here, so this bit stays intact. It does.
Yeah, looking good, isn't it?
Yep.
How do you think it's been built so far?
Quite secure.
Yeah. And how do you find it, as it's an 18 plus? And you're 12?
Not
11.
that complicated.
Okay.
Now from bag 4 to bag 5, bag 5 will probably mostly be the stand, because it says on the instructions that we should be using this in bag 5, along with all the black pieces for the stand, and also the minifigure of R2-D2 and pieces of Luke Skywalker.
We've got the helmet there for Luke Skywalker, so that's cool. So we'll get on and build that, and we'll be back with you. Okay, so here we are. We've finished bag number 5. It only had 1 bag. There wasn't a second bag. There was a small bag with the minifigure pieces inside. But now you can see the X-Wing is on its stand. We've got our minifigures. R2-D2 is within the ship. You can see the X-Wing lifts off the stand through this small hole. And it's quite a nice profile because it's going to stand pointing up. So the wings obviously up by the side. So it's going to allow you to look around the whole thing when it's finished.
And also, if you would like, you can actually take R2-D2 out, but it's just a bit stiff. See, he's right in there. Luke's it's got his own place at the bottom over there. But he's also, you can actually put him inside the ship's actual seat.
In the cockpit, and you can
just move that bit to the side then.
You can move the missile guides out of the way for him to be able to take his seat. So yeah, all good. Looking cool.
You can already turn this bit
to control the wings.
And that's actually quite cool while it's on the frame. So you can have it in different positions, like on the position in the box as well.
Yeah, so we're going to carry on with bag number 6, and we'll be back soon. Okay guys, so we're now at the end of our first wing. So you can see we've got the right hand side bottom wing on. It's a little bit difficult to attach because actually it's where the weight is so much on one side now. It did actually cause us a little bit of problems with this front engine intake detaching because it's resting on the plate. But I'm sure once it's balanced out it'll be a bit better. But yeah, great. It's quite a few parts that we've never seen before in this Lego set. Which is quite nice to see. You know, it's always nice to see new things being used. They've interestingly put some bits on the side, which I've never seen. These flat plates inside the engine intake are actually flat plates that have been put in sideways. Yeah, so that's quite cool. And you see the wings attached by pushing through into these Technic blocks with rods. Yeah, so what do you think, Samuel?
I think it's quite good because when the other side bit over here is in, then you'll be able to turn the top bit and it would actually do it. But right now it wouldn't work because this bit's too heavy because of the size proportion. So it will work eventually, but it just doesn't work yet, so you can't play with it early.
So now we're going to build bag number 7, which is obviously another wing because we got 4 to do, so it's going to end up being bag per wing. So we'll be back soon.
So now that you have finished 2 of the wings, you on the side you would lock it in with these brown bits that you would have to push down. So now, like before, you can push these bits over here to make it go up and down, but you can't do it with this yet because it's not balanced, because you need to be on here or here for one of them to work. So now that you've done that, you can see that they've got the side blasters right here, and there's the hyperdrive thrusters right here. There would be, so now it's pretty much, the wings are half built. Now that you've got the other wing, so these bits are connected, so when you move one it moves the other. So you can't actually turn it yet, which I would have presumed, but it doesn't work yet. You probably will have to get this one, then the whole centre will be balanced, then it will probably stay like this, then whenever you want it to it can go like that. So it looks alright so far. It's hiding most of the mechanism below it.
So we've got 2 more bags to go. So we've got 1 wing, and then it looks like we've got to do the back of the engine pods, which go on the wings here. So a little bit more detail to add, but I mean structurally, you know, she's almost finished except the wing. So yeah, she's brilliant. Look at the size of her. I mean, she's, you know, she's a good size for the amount of pieces. Really, gonna be a great model. Nice action shot. Will look really good next to an A-wing, or probably another TIE fighter when they release a new UCS TIE fighter.
Yep.
See you on the next bag. Okay, so here we are at the end of bag number 9. So we now have all 4 wings on. It's just a little bit of detail to add. So it's almost like its final size, really. There might be a little bit more at the back to happen here in terms of the propulsion engines. But you can see now the function of the wings starts to work because there's balance in the wings. So it's a little bit flimsy, but it does work quite well. You might have to push them back together. One thing that we have found has been a bit of a difficult thing is this black piece here keeps falling away from underneath the model as we try to position things. So it is a bit annoying. Wish that was a bit stronger. But otherwise, it's yeah, it's quite a cool build.
Because when all the pressure from this pushed down on this, it pushes it out, so then it keeps falling off by itself.
Yeah, so maybe that should have been done with some connectors or a rod or something to hold it together. More like a Technic style one. But yeah, going well. So we'll just add the final details on the back end and we'll be back with you.
So now that you're finished, at the back on the thrusters you can see there are quite a lot of hinge pieces bent in to block all the outer area of it. And Luke, we've tried it out, but Luke sadly cannot actually fit in his seat because the lid closes and hits his head down on it. But you can still take R2-D2 out and put him back in. So now that you've done that, you can actually open it, the whole thing. You can by twisting this, which actually goes quite far open. It does. So if you turn it all the way, and then you can turn it again, and then it clicks, and it can go back to its normal position. So it's actually quite good.
Okay, so yeah, Luke doesn't stay in the chair very well at all, and the head of the cockpit does touch his head, which is a bit unfortunate. So one thing we were thinking when we were building this set was, it's a shame that the pieces, which is 1949, didn't really kind of pay any attention to Star Wars. Being as it was released in 1977, it would have been nice if there were 1,977 pieces in the box. But it's 1949, which is actually the year that Lego was released. So, you know, maybe the designers were paying homage to that fact. We'll never know. But yeah, it's quite a nice build. Obviously now, you know, we're going to put it up on display next to our A-Wing. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. So, I mean, let's have a look at it. Let's take it off the stand. Now, we've had a bit of trouble with the stand. One of the stand pieces keeps falling off the front. It's quite heavy. It's best to hold it from the back end because some of this is still quite fragile. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think I'm quite happy with the build. You know, so we got this from Lego.com during the May 4th event. So we got some free gifts with it, which we'll be doing videos on very soon. So please join us for that. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And we hope to see you around the galaxy soon.
Bye.
Bye.